Okay, let's do another video for the tires. So again, we get a new customer. If it's been here before, if it's a brand new, never been here before, you need to go to, I think, the F10. This is the F10. In F10, you can start to entering everything brand new, from the last name, first name, and you're gonna enter the phone number. Usually it doesn't matter, home phone. You can click on the telephone, and here you can. I usually do is the cell number. Oops, enter in the cell number. You fill it out. Okay, then you close this one. Then you keep filling as much as you can. If you can get email address, sure, it's even better. If you can't, don't worry about it. Name, phone number, that's the minimum information required. Next thing, you go to his vehicle, because the vehicle never been here before. We're gonna enter the VIN number, the 19 digits. You're gonna enter the whole 19 digits. You click on to decode. It pop up everything here and select as much as you can. If you're not sure about, sometimes they have 3-4 different transmission models. Just at least you know the auto or standard. But if you're not sure, just leave it blank. Also, you need to confirm it's a 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. If not too sure, fill out after the car is in the shop, because then that way the mechanic should tell you it's a 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. You can also fill out the color as a minimum, so you know the color. Then you move on to build the orders. So right now, just for the example, every time just click on EXE to exit. Right now I just want to start examples. I'm going to use my own vehicle because we know this customer's name. His name is Nick Q. Oops. Let's try it again. I enter the HU. This is me using my own car, for example, Tribeca. Here we go. We already know the vehicle information. It's selected for me already here. Go to the order. So when you do a set of tires, if this is the just seasonal tire change, they have another set of tires. Say changing to winter tire. He has a tire on the wheels. We just need to put on the wheels. Then I think I have a seasonal tire change. But if I don't, if you're not too sure, you don't sure if we have it or not, just start a label. Just say seasonal tire wheel change. Let me see. Seasonal tire wheel. It's hard to type by one hand. So seasonal tire, or I should usually give a slash. Okay. That's a bad example here. Anyway, just seasonal tire wheel change. That's good enough. And depends on the size. Very small ones, you can charge minimum half an hour, like a 15-inch tires. Sometimes, if it's a bigger, say there's a 17, 18-inch tire, you can reasonably charging a little more, say 65 or 75. If it's like 70 or 75, say 20-inch heavy duty tire, like a light truck tire, LT tires, those are heavy things to do. You can charge a little more, like $75. It depends on the vehicle. So when the customer asking how much it costs to changing sort of a tires, already have the tires on the wheels, you can say starts from $60 if it's small wheels, and if it's a 20-inch the light truck heavy tires, it's gonna cost more, like a $75. Okay, and the category will be in the very last, say wheel and tires, because that's the one. Then you go to done. So this is a simple one. So for this customer, just the seasonal wheel tire change, you would enter the mileage and you click on the bottom left for converting to order, and then converting to invoice. Click and go to the invoice. Then on the bottom right, you can go to the print. After you print it, make 2 copies, and then one for the customer to keep, one for us. And you're gonna same thing. You keep when the job is done, you keep both of the invoice sheet on here, put on the slots. Customer here to pick it up, make a payment, sign the paper, and also write it down like this is a paid by Visa or MasterCard or debit card. End of the day. Okay, back to another scenario is I don't have tires. I just feel like to get 4 new winter tires, and we're gonna put them onto it. So that become a different scenario. So I delete this one, right click on it, you have a mount and the balance for tires. Click on that category, okay? So this is the category based on $140, which is normal for a 17-inch tires. We go for that. If it's a bigger, like a 18 or 19-inch tire, charge more, $160. There's no problem for doing that because it's heavier, harder to do with, to work on. If another case, if this is even worse, like 20-inch light truck, heavy tires, need to mount and balance in them, put a 180 or 200, as whatever you feel like. If we're way too busy but customers still want to do it, charge $200. If shop is light, there's nothing to do right now, yeah, sure, we can charge a 180 for it. And if it's a really small car, I have a Toyota, say somebody coming with a Toyota Corolla and have very basic 15-inch tires, and just mount and balancing on 15-inch tires is relatively easy. So it's the 15, you can go to 120 if you want, because if that's an easy job. So we just keep it at 140 for now as a common. 140 is a very common number for, I mean, it's a 17-inch tire for my standard. Based on the economy, so we might change it later down the road. But for this example, at this moment, we do have for 140. Now we need to find the tires. And the way to find the tires, go to your Explorer. If you don't have the window open, so go to a new window. And there should be something called the North Country Tires. And you enter this is our account number. You should log into it. Ooh, what did it say? Unable to log in. Oh, because I told them to lock the account. Okay, we can go for a different one then. So let's go to NTD. NTD connects login. Come on. NTD connects Canada login. That looks like the right one. We have the accounts in there already, so we just go on to login. Okay, so we're on 17, so make a number like 225 66017, something like that. So which means 225/60R17 tires. You don't need to enter those the slash or the R's. Just enter the pure numbers. That's good enough. It will give you all the options for what kind of tires you're gonna go with. Like the GT Radial is a very common one, general one. LaFin is a little lower end, and it just based on your experience. Like this Westlake is the cheapest, which is very low quality. Only use it for a couple years, they're gonna fall apart or worn out. So it depends on customer's budget. They have more. You can. I'm not sure if there's more pages on there, but you have filters. If customer just want a set of tires, like it doesn't really have a preference, and also it depends on it's the winter tire or not. You have a snowflake here, so you know it's a winter tire. Then you can go for the winter tire, that brand. It's not bad. If customer just want a regular set of tire for all season for the summertime, then you can just go with that one. It tells you what's the quantity available. So the local DC is going to be available locally. They'll be delivering half a day. If something like a 1 and 7, local is the 1 and they have a local plus, means in other city that's a 7. If it's a national, that means coming from the other city or other province, there'll be more stock somewhere else. So you're going to select the one that customer needs. For this type of example right now, this is a very dollar sign, means it's on sale right now. So we just need to have a product number. We I didn't want to do that. Maybe I'll just double click on that, and I go for my Control C, because I need to remember this is my part number. And this is a set of tire for 225/6017. It's an Ice Pro. You don't really need to write that much of the information, but you do need to know the cost. The cost that they're saying is a 108.53. They recommend for 228 for the retail price. We're probably not going to go that deep, but remember the number of 108.53. Okay. I just did that, but I want to go to the estimate. Now we need to add in the tires. Go to the parts. First line for the part number. Go to my Control V. So you have the part numbers. You can enter, just say new tie. Did I enter the tie? Okay, I say new tire. And remember, when you're doing a tire, there's a tire button to click. It uses a different set of a matrix. How many they need? I mean, this customer needs 4. What's the cost? If you remember, 108.53. If you don't remember, it's okay. You can go back. And for the tires, our set margin is 33.3%. So would I recommend to sell it at $162. What if it's a different parts, not a tire? You have a different set. If I uncheck the tire, if you see the margin go up to 50, they would recommend to sell it to 217. But this customer wants a set of tires and he wants a good deal. So our basic matrix is 33%. If you look at a different price, 108 versus 162, we're making $54 each, right? And if you feel like we can sell it a little better, we can do 165. Or if this customer is really, really tight, we give them a break. So we do 159.95. So customers think, oh, 150 something dollars, that's really a good deal. Let's keep it that way. And if the vendor, I'm not too sure if I have NTD. If you don't have, don't worry about it. Category is already in there. Then we go done. Okay, if you notice here, the second line called a recycle fee. Because whenever you buy a tire, the government will charge you $4 for each tire. So right now, if you look into it, they have a built-in $16 charge, and this is the cost of the tires. So in the end of the day, if this customer just need to do the 4 tires, and mounting and balancing them, the total cost for him or her is going to be $869, which is not bad for 4 winter tires. And if that's the only thing we're going to do for this vehicle, then we just click on the converting to order and then click again converting to invoice. You print it out on the right side and make it 2 copies, and as usual. Okay, that's the set of the margins for tires a little lower. If it's a different one, say, I'm just hypothetically, we just want to say this is a different set of a tire, and we're given the cost could be a little higher, like some of the what's the example, like Duratrack. Say some the Goodyear Duratrack, those are really nice tires, so it's gonna cost me like a $275 each. And based on the tire matrix, it's gonna lower down to 20 something percent, selling for $386, which is not bad. Sounds about right for a truck. And that's usually on a Dodge truck or Ram 1500, and the labor for that, it won't be as low as the 140, because it's a heavier tire, harder to install. We're gonna go 160 for that case. Okay, so we say yes. So this is the customer who has a 20-inch. Well, I didn't write down the size on there because it should be also writing on the size. If this is the size set to say this is the 275/20, /55, and this is the R20. You're gonna give them the size of that. That's probably the size for a correct size for a Dodge 20-inch tires, and the 275 is probably a very good deal. It probably costs $300 nowadays already. So what if we change to $300, and the customer would have to pay $420 for that? If he's a really, really good customer, and we can tell him that we can give him a good deal, $399.95, because he thinks it's not in the $400 range. So this way we're making $100 a tire. That's not bad. Okay, then we can go save. So assuming this customer drives a Dodge 1500, comes in, need 4 new tires, and we select the tires for him. So your cost will become $1,900 after tax, after everything else, which is very common. Okay, so these are the 2 scenarios for a small vehicle versus a heavier truck vehicle, and yeah, that should be it for now.